Hello and welcome. My name is Almond Cows, and as this is my very first real video that I'm doing, I would also like to say it's great to meet you. Today I'm going to be playing Disco Elysium. I have been meaning to play this for so long now, and I got a little bit into it, and I don't know why it was or what it was about it that made me stop. Maybe just because it was so complex and it seems very overwhelming. But, you know, I'm going to try to start a new game and dive myself back into it and see what happens, you know. So we're going to do a new game. I'm going to create my own here just because people say it's easiest to go with 4, 4, 2, 2. From my knowledge, that seems to be like the basic, like, let's start here thing. Also, apologies if you hear meowing in my background. There is indeed a cat happily resting next to me. She is a very good girl, and her name is Pretzel. I honestly think I'm gonna go with visual calculus, because I feel like that's kind of like what I would want if I'm going to, because you can really go so many different ways with this game, but at the base of it all, you're still a detective, and if I kind of want to have that incorporated into my gameplay, where I can really make the solving the crime easier on myself. And it is more logical too, which I always feel like I'm a more logical person. But obviously, it's different for everybody. And I also think that empathy would have been a really good one. Empathy and suggestion, just for really being able to, it's like the social aspect of going back and forth with people, putting your own manipulation techniques forth, being able to have that level of suggestion, which is, I actually find that really interesting. It's those subtle choices, really. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can calm.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never. Ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Simply keep on non-existent.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle. Soaking in some lurid acidic sauce, it's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
This game is honestly so morbid, and I think it's that dark humor that really drew me to it. No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Which is an accurate depiction.
Do you really?
No, I do. Let me
I wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
We have absolutely no idea about ourselves or who we are or anything like that. But by this conversation alone, you can already determine how screwed up that our character is actually is. Like, even if you didn't look up Disco Elysium, if you hadn't had any prior knowledge about it, if nothing like had ever popped up in front of you, then if you just played it blindly, you know, when you're going into that, it hits you so fast and so realistically of how damaged you are. Not even just like mentally, like, yes, mental illness, but at the same time, it's just like a broken and damaged person. And I think I love the psychological aspect of that, so I guess that is why I get so drawn into games like this, where you really get to see like the inner workings of a mind through a perspective that you would normally have no access to. I'm gonna keep going now.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
So these are essentially what I get is like guides to how you should answer, or I don't know. I guess like we can learn more about that inward, but I'm pretty sure they just act as like little guides, like just conversation checks that will point you towards the right direction.
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
And how small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small. Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That is sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago. You lost.
I lost.
The sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Caprice Canema motor carriage.
And here we are. Finally made it. Out from the abyss to our lives. So I have played the beginning of this game, so this first part I really have an understanding of doing, but not even much farther after this, I will just be blindly playing through. This place is absolutely destroyed. And if he was like that, was he like on death? Like, maybe he should go to the hospital? But that's probably not even a thing around here, let's be realistic. Tab. We got the pants here. Take.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
And that's that. We can examine that.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. What do you mean? Assess the damage. How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
That sucks. I've never failed that on the first try before. That kind of sucks.
The window stands broken in its frame. The morning light hurts your eyes. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is... The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan? Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow.
He might have just done a lot of partying. He seems like a good friend. We wear him every day. You know,
An ominous
maybe they just got in a
foreboding
fight.
feeling fills you as you look at the tie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna frick with that anymore. I just wanted the tie. More clothes. At least there's that. We're not like half naked anymore.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
If it's something I'm gonna have to see every day for the rest of my life, I gotta, I gotta make sure, I know what I gotta get used to it at some point. Like, I guess we can touch it first.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Like, even like that whole conversation between you and the mirror, you really, like, it really gets to you. Like, they go into such, like, it's not even just like, oh, you're not good looking, but the actual writing is like so fluid. It's just beautiful writing altogether. So it's just amazing that they managed to say like the simplest thing and turn it into something that means more than that, that actually hits harder than that. I'm a little awkward, so I'm probably not wording things correctly as I'm talking as I play, but it really is that a lot of that like attributes to the mood, to the feeling of the game itself when things are kind of just thrown at you so realistically. And it's like this is the reality of who you are, and you don't even want to look at yourself. You don't want to even know who you are because you won't be able to handle it. You have destroyed yourself so far that you can't handle it.
Behold.
I really don't think he's a really ugly man. It seems like this is him in the mirror. In the mirror version of him, he doesn't look that bad. You know, he looks older. He definitely looks damaged, you know. There is that you can see that intent was there that to make him feel damaged. And then compared to his portrait though, he looks sickly in his portrait. He doesn't even look like bad. It's just he looks sickly and ill. Like his skin is so pale.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
And I don't know, it's like there's going to be a lot of self-discovery playing through this game for this, like you choosing how this character can use this opportunity of amnesia and waking up in this and trying to make something good out of it, if there's anything good left to make.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I think this one, I mean, God, I don't know, it's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. And I don't want to outright say in its expression of pain, but maybe it is. That sounds the most realistic, you know, like in this situation, in his situation, he's just in pain.
You are correct.
So because they are white checks, you know, you can check them now, but it wouldn't work. So I probably won't get to in this video just because I'm almost 20 minutes in at this point. We're gonna let the mirror be for now. I'm probably going to keep going for probably until 30-ish minutes. Okay, so now we gotta get a shoe, which is over here. Shoe.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Because you're a police officer, sir. I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
I don't
Of course. Be careful, officer.
I'm just gonna
They don't
ignore
like
that
the
one
police
right
around
there.
here.
Because if it's a red, I don't think you. I don't
She
even
looks
know
back at you, a
if you
light
can.
glinting off her eyes.
I don't know if you can have that conversation again, so you can
Goodbye.
retry that check if she ever comes out here. So I might have missed it, but I feel like if there's anything in relationships in this game, I feel like failing it would be a little worse. 40 cents. Hey, take money where you need it, honestly, though. 40 cents. Left your 40 cents on the table. What do you expect? And the other shoe.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both cope like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
No. Well, at least we got to calm down a little bit, right? Find my other shoe. Which I did. Alright. Now we gotta... Smell of the sea makes you dizzy. I live right by the ocean, so anytime I get close to there, even the smell, like sometimes it is kind of like a bad smell, but it depends on what beach you're going to. But the ocean itself, I love the smell of the ocean. I was able to go down yesterday to the beach and actually watch some fireworks. As today is July 4th and July 3rd was yesterday. So anyone living in the USA, happy July 4th. We finally made our way downstairs.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
So having like this level of kind of like perception I just find is amazing. But like, what if you were actually in this situation and you, even though you had the strongest feeling like, oh, this man is completely dedicated to me, like this man will be loyal to me, would that be enough to justify that? Or would you still question it after that? Would you still be weary? Like, because I feel like with that sense of feeling, you also kind of have the feeling that they're using that facade, like they're using that as a facade to get what they want out of it. That they're dedicating themselves to you. I mean, this is based off of a feeling, but that feeling must be so complicated with someone like you just met like this. So I'm gonna shake his hand, be a little bit, gonna be respectful here, right?
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It's not time. I need time to conceptualize the perfect name, because I don't have a name. It's until I get my police ID badge back and probably the paperwork that would probably tell me my name, but for now,
Okay then.
whatever. Sure. New name!
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I feel like the biggest thing, like, is just tell the truth right here, because if this is, like, I'm not being responsible for any of that paperwork. I don't want to pull back on me. I am not getting that shit done.
Okay, we'll
Nope.
have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
So, the body's still in the tree. Huh.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
How long
It is
has the
obvious
body
you would have preferred for the body to
been
no
in the
longer
tree?
be in the tree.
How long has the body been in the tree?
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
That is horrifying. Just no matter like what the situation, a dead body rotting for a full week, especially what if it's like warm outside? That smell would radiate from the whole area. Like, so many people would be aware of this situation. Okay.
After
Let's
you,
get going.
officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting...
Yep, don't have, of course I don't have my badge, right? I don't have anything. Who knows what the hell happened? You woke up from the dark abyss, like... Alright. I have a feeling this guy isn't gonna be... No one's happy with me so far, so this guy probably won't be happy with me.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. Could he be irritated with you? He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're not even there.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
I'm just gonna say nothing.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
He sounds like an ass.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
So we have her number.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
I don't know really the vibe I get from this guy. I get awkward and, like, reserved, serious at the same time. And I don't know, it throws me off because I don't know how I should feel about him.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
I mean, everyone's a suspect, right? Case
Yes,
closed,
I
he
know
did
where
it.
some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
So he obviously is not happy about that hole.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why
Aw.
Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
He got rejected. I feel like the dead body might have been more of a factor to that dude. I think you're okay. I think you're okay with Sylvie. He might just be a dick because he wanted to get with the girl.
thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Everything has something to do with
Good for
everything.
you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Let's go.
That's all.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
That's not gonna work well.
one moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why? That's true. Yes. And it's worrying.
Watch out!
I just caused a fucking disaster. That is not what I expected to happen.
Everything goes dark.
What happened?
Back so soon.
Oh.
Those are mysteries of the spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
I don't know, that just comes off as a lazy effort at reconceptualizing the antics of a shambling drunk. At least we recognize what we are. At least he has like self-realization and like self-analytical ability to do that and recognize that he's a fucking drunk.
If it comes off like that, it's because it is.
How's it going out there? Are the tiny apes screaming about money yet?
It doesn't look so, sweetie. Are you okay?
No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
Oh no.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. He just tripped over my chair. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
Oh man.
The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
He's shaken. Barter now and he'll cave in.
Don't thank me yet.
No,
You still owe me
I'm not
100
gonna be a
real.
dick.
If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Oh, jeez. Well, didn't expect that to happen, but I guess it somehow worked out in my favor, except now my health is low.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you?
I only have a vague blackened image. Well, yeah.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Yeah, honestly, though, that's not gonna really help much. First, I think the first thing is figuring out his name before we try to figure out where we live. Fuck everything, hobo
Entertain the
cop.
thought when you get the
Hobo
time.
cop.
Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its
Hobo cop.
advantages.
You know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna be hobo cop. I'm gonna be a hobo cop. How much money do I actually have? I should probably figure that out. I can't level up anything yet. Alright, so before I end this video, what I am gonna do is walk outside to where the dead body is. I feel like that's a good place to end it at. Yep.
Kuno's got this!
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's on.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Both the fucking kids are on drugs. How old are they? 12? 2 kids on drugs throwing rocks at a dead body.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
I don't even have words for that. I really don't. Ride the lightning, Kuno. Ride the lightning.
Kuno's riding it, see?
I'm gonna have to search that up because I want to see if that's like related to a specific drug. Which drug do you like? If you know this, can you comment it for me? Because I'll probably forget to look it up. But what drug do they tell you to ride the lightning on? All right.
The rake, Kuno!
Hit him with the
You
rake.
should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
Oh Jesus.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
I don't have time for this. It's just gonna be a big fight. Examine the body.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
I will not get through this without puking, so I'll figure it out. But this gruesome man, we get to figure out how this happened and who put him there and who he is, because and maybe who we are. At some point we can figure out who we are, but this is where I am going to end the video. I am very appreciative if you managed to watch this far. I know I went on a little bit longer than I should have, but if you want to leave a like and subscribe, give me any suggestions or anything like that. I was a little anxious in the beginning, so I apologize for that, because I know sometimes my voice can kind of get out of words, and I kind of like run out of words to say or say things the wrong way. So I appreciate you sticking in there with me, and I really hope you come back again. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great 4th of July if you celebrate it, or just a great night at home. See ya! Peace out!